What is up, traders, and welcome to Forex Focus, where we talk all about mastering the art of trading with a strong mindset. I'm your girl, Rhea.
And I'm your host, Andrea, and today is a really special episode. Today we are having our third episode, and today, like I said, is really special because we have our very first special guest.
Yes, today joining us is Barry, who is a part of our team at OFP. He does a lot of our market analysis at this time, so traders typically know him from that. And he wanted to come and hang out with us today and kind of talk to us about today's topic, which is all about how do you deal with losses in trading? How you doing, Barry?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you guys?
I'm
We're
good.
Oh,
okay.
gals,
Thank you
rather.
so much for being here with us. We're really grateful.
Yes, Barry can't show us his camera today because Barry is from Zambia, not
Yes,
Zimbabwe.
yes.
And there's something with the power time, like time when you get enough power to be able to use your video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called load shading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but okay.
hopefully
As,
the audio, right? We got
yeah,
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We got
as
you.
long as you can share, like your experience with us, that is more than enough.
Yes, definitely.
Great.
Yeah. So why don't we jump right into the question so we can get, like into this matter and into this topic. What do you think, Leia?
I think that's great. I do have my own question though, first before you dive into yours.
Mm-hmm.
Barry, out of curiosity, man, how long have you been trading?
For about 7 years now. Yeah, I
7 years,
yeah, I started in 2017.
2017. I got you beat by 1 year.
Yes, exactly. hmm
All right, let's go ahead. Let's jump into the questions and let's talk about loss, man. We talk a lot about winning and trading.
Yeah.
Um, we talk a lot, in the world of content creation on social media, YouTube. There's a lot of check out this take profit I just smashed. I made this much, I made that much. And that's all fun and games and really exciting, but that's not the only aspect of trading that matters. Um, Dealing with loss is a very real and common thing that many of us deal with, whether you're new to trading or you've been doing it for like almost 10 years. But
Mm-hmm.
so this is a topic we really want to talk about because when you're losing, it can really impact your mindset. So we want to talk about how do you handle that? How do you deal with that from a mental perspective?
Exactly. Like you said, Rhea, like not everything is like perfect and like flowers and like rainbows when trading. So today we're going to deep dive in these like maybe like uncomfortable topics. So why don't we jump right in with some questions? So starting out with questions about this matter. I wanted to ask you guys, like, what are some common reasons traders experience losses, and how can understanding these reasons can help like normalize these experiences?
Barry, you can go first.
Okay, I would say there are like 3 or 4 reasons. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll start with the first one. That can be not following your trading plan. Yeah, so you can
Oh.
have a trading plan, of course, where your entry is going to be, where your stop loss is going to be. But then because you want to make more money, you end up risking more than you should. Let's say you need to risk 1%. Just because you've seen the potential of the trade, that maybe it's a 10-to-1 or a 5-to-1 risk to reward, you decide to maybe risk 3%. So you end up losing a huge chunk of your money, being like 3%. Then when you start seeing those losses piling up, then you
Mm-hmm.
start to think like, oh, this trade may go my way. Then you add some more to the trade when you do not even know for sure whether that trade will work out or not. So then maybe even end up losing 6%. So adding to your losses is practically what can make you lose because you're not trading your plan. If you've put like a plan of risking 1%, it's best to stick to that plan of risking 1% throughout. Then you can reduce your losses. The second one I can say is just probably market cycles. Like there are different market cycles, there are uptrends, downtrends, consolidations. So you need to know where you are in terms of the market. You can search on news articles to see what people are talking about, whether they're going to be like unemployment cuts and stuff like that, or maybe just fundamental news. You can think of it that way, that can affect whatever you're trading. So you need to be up to date with the latest news of whatever instruments or pairs you're trading so that you can avoid unnecessary losses. So yeah, second is market cycles. The third, I would say that causes traders to experience losses, I would just say it's part of the game. Yeah, so not all your trades will work out. You can have 2 out of 5 of your trades that actually go into a loss. And yeah, it's just something you have to deal with. As long as you've stuck to your plan, you know where you are in the market, losses are somehow inevitable. No one is 100% perfect. No one can predict the market. If you want to predict the market, you might as well be a gypsy as well. Yeah, like predicting the future for everybody else. You'll make more money doing that. So yeah, that's what I can say are the common experiences. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just want to say on the part on you know, how can understanding some of these common reasons be helpful? Understanding some of the things that Barry talked about, even the part that was mentioned, this is part of the game. You know, it's kind of like some traders, especially traders that are new to the game, they tend to come in with some unrealistic expectations, and that can really hurt you, because when you come in with an expectation of, well, this is how it's supposed to be, and then it doesn't work out that way, that can really mess with your psychology. So when you understand that this is the way the game works, it helps you to approach the market with a more realistic perspective and a more winning attitude. You're like, oh, okay, well, I know that on average, and we've talked about this, um, you know, out of every 10 trades I make, I'm gonna lose, 4 of them,
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So it just really just helps you to shift your perspective and have more of a winning mindset, I think.
Okay, so we can say like, okay, like in general, like losses when trading are like normal. It's like something that you cannot like get rid of. Like it's something that you will experience like in some time at some point of your trading experience. And the important thing here is like having this realistic perspective that not every single strategy that you manage to like develop or like implement in your trading strategies is going to work. But the thing is that you need to have like a positive, like really strong mindset and like healthy psychology when doing this, like to like keep having success when trading.
Definitely. I don't know,
Okay.
Barry, what do you think? You agree? You still with
Yeah.
us? You alive?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Okay, so continuing with these questions about this topic, which is like really interesting, and relating this to the psychological aspect and the strong mindset of all of this, how can a strong mindset like can help in staying positive during challenging training periods? Like how can a good psychological background or like a really strong mindset can help?
Okay, is that a question for me?
For both of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
go
okay,
first.
I can go first. Yeah. So yeah, a strong mindset in terms of staying positive is probably looking at your past performance. If you do have like a track record of good success in your trading, let's just say maybe 3 months. Let's just keep it at a minimum, 3 months. You need to look back at your previous winners and say, and actually come to realize that indeed you have the potential of making money in the markets. And that this challenging period is just a test on your trading strategy and your patience, not just your trading strategy. You can have like a really good trading strategy, but are you patient enough to go through those losses and challenging times? So you need to think about also your wins, and again, maybe even back test, like to increase your confidence. Yeah. Confidence is key in everything, whether it's battle. Yeah. So even the market is like war. Each and every day, you need to face winners and losers. So you need to have that confidence that your trading system is good. And you do that through back testing. If you see that through the past few months, years, your trading strategy has been solid, then you should be sure that even your upcoming trades should yield you a profit when the time comes. Just like I am in a losing streak currently. So everybody knows that. They see me live every Wednesday and Sunday. They can see, oh, I'm in a losing streak. Before, when we started, I was in a winning streak, all greens. So
Yep.
it happens. It happens. So you
Definitely.
need to, yeah, you just need to be positive that you will turn over a green leaf. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what I can say.
I was on a losing streak too, Barry, but not for like it was a couple of weeks. I don't know what was going on with me. So it happens.
But you're back on track now, right?
I'm back on track now. Yes, I got it.
Mhm.
So we can say that it's not going to be like a thing that is going to be forever. Like
Yeah.
you are like right now you're like in like a losing streak, but then it can get better, right? So
As long as you remain consistent.
consistency is key.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, perfect. That's really, really interesting. And like relating all of this that we talked about, what are some effective daily habits or routines that can help traders stay positive and motivated? Like speaking of your own experiences, like for both of you.
Go ahead, Barry.
Ria, you can go first.
No. Okay. What are some effective daily habits or routines that
Or
can help traders stay positive?
whatever comes into your mind, like something that you apply every single day to like keep motivated.
Well, what works for me may not work for everybody else, but let's see. Daily habits. I don't trade daily, so because I'm a swing trader. But for me, honestly, just a good audiobook.
Okay.
For me, I like listening to podcasts and I like listening to audiobooks that are going to sharpen my mind and are going to fill me up. I believe in filling up my cup, right? So, making sure that I'm not on E. And I do that by the content that I consume because it helps me to grow mentally and emotionally. And those things help me as a trader, believe it or not, and I know that there are a handful of other traders who feel the same way, personal development. So that's one thing for me personally that helps me with staying focused and not giving up, especially during those times when I am having a losing streak and I am feeling down and I am doubting myself as a trader, and it's, so that is something that I would say is a must in my daily routine. That and meditating. I gotta get Zen.
Okay.
I don't know about you, Barry.
How you, Barry?
Okay, daily habits that I can say are good for me, maybe like reading about trading, like just getting some more knowledge. Like sometimes you gotta stay away from the charts, especially if like a swing trader. You don't want to mess with your current trades. But if you're a day trader, of course, you just be looking for opportunities every single hour. So I think maybe you just have to stick to the time that you check your charts and go off your charts. You need to keep that same time. But as a swing trader, you can get the temptation to put on a trade which you mustn't be putting on. So you need to keep yourself preoccupied. You can engage in sports, probably try out a new hobby. It could be chess,
Yeah.
or it could even be critiquing probably movies and series. It's all
Okay,
up to you. But
right.
yeah, you need to keep yourself
Agree.
busy with other things so that you're not over trading. And yeah, just to keep your mind off trading, even if you're in a losing streak, you just need to make sure that you know if it hits my stop loss, it's hit my stop loss.
Yep.
It's all well and done because it's predetermined. You don't need to like monitor it all the time. Yeah.
Good stuff,
Okay.
Barry.
You saying?
I said good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
indeed.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Take a walk in the park. Go feed ducks.
Yeah, yeah.
To give a little more spark to your life.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now that's really, really cool and interesting and I think like valuable because it can give like some ideas to other people who do the same thing. But now getting into, like the maybe like uncomfortable stuff. Like can both of you share like a personal story about a time where you like were facing a significant discouragement in trading and how you overcame it? Like how did you get out of it?
Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Go.
Yeah, so I think when I first started out, maybe I can start from there. So when I first started out, that was like in 2017. So yeah, I started off on demo. Everything was nice, peachy. I was like always on a winning streak, I can say, for a couple of, I think the whole year, maybe. Yeah, I would say I was making money on demo all the time. Yeah, like even like bonuses from other Forex brokers, I would turn those like it's $25, turn into $200 in just a couple of days. So that was crazy. So I was like, okay, this is a huge potential for me. Like the markets can make you money. But then, yeah, I was given at a point about $50,000. Yeah, sure. The money was made like in a week. Like in a week, I would make like $10,000. That was a shocking thing. Yes, yes, that was just me being a beginner. Then, worst part, I lost everything, the whole $50,000. So it was very disheartening. I even started asking myself, oh, is trading really for me? And so forth. Yeah, I was really discouraged. And yeah, I then I started learning a lot of other things. There is something called drawdown, return
Mm-hmm.
on investment, like realistic returns. Yeah, stuff like that. So when I started learning those stuff, I actually saw where I went wrong with even like trying to manage such a large sum of money. Yeah, so when I came to know about all those things, yeah, I started feeling much better, started creating new trading systems along the way. Some would be profitable, some may not. Yeah, so as time went on, yeah, I overcame also the fear of losing money and knowing that if I have good risk management and I respect the money and capital I'm trading, the profits will take care of themselves. So, yeah, it was a tough time, but I guess tough times create tough people. Yeah.
You know
Def-
that you made me think of this saying, Barry, that we used to say when I first started learning how to trade. And that was marry the process, but divorce the outcome. You know, it's like you have to get so obsessed with your process, but be detached from the outcome, understanding that you don't know what the outcome will be. So it's just kind of like, I'm going to always stick to this process no matter what happens. And I understand that, you know, it may not work out the way that I think. So that's what I thought of when you were saying that. I just thought I'd share.
Yeah, that's indeed true. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have like the overall your overall experiences for you know like the positive side, the tips that you can give the audience, I think I don't know if you guys like any of you want to add something else, like if you want to add something else, Rhea, like another question maybe.
I just wanted to share, with dealing with losses, we kind of touched on some things that are helpful. But one thing that I wanted to say that is really helpful is avoiding the temptation of looking at other strategies.
Okay.
And we talked about this in last week's episode. So if you guys missed last week's episode, episode 2, strategy hopping, go check that out because we talk about that. But it's a very common temptation when you're on a losing streak with a particular strategy you're working on to make the assumption that the problem is the strategy, and then you start looking for another strategy. And then as you're trying to learn this next strategy, you're just prolonging your success because you start this cycle. So it's really important to avoid the temptation of trying to go look for another strategy, thinking that there's some type of golden strategy out there when there isn't. So that's something that I felt was that I wanted to share. I don't know if you have anything, Barry, but that's my last thought.
Okay, yeah. True. Strategy hopping is not the best thing to do. Yeah, but of course, another thing that I would also recommend to beginner traders or even like people who have been trading for a while now, yeah, you need to make sure you backtest your trading systems and have a fixed amount that you're going to risk, whether it's dollar value or percentage value. I find dollar value to be much more easier. So like, of course, you can have like, let's say $25,000. The maximum you can lose is probably $250. That's like 1% of $25,000. So if you just stick with $250 maximum loss, yeah, I believe you can manage your risk really well throughout. So yeah, you first need to manage your risk. That's one. Two, you need to stick to the process, which is your strategy. And three, you need to be patient. Yeah, it's not all months, it's not all days that are going to be profitable. And yeah, you just need to let your trades grow to fruition and just cut your losses if you can see that the trade is not going your way. I think if you have also been trading for a couple of years, you can notice when a certain particular market is going to move your direction or not. So there's that.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Thanks to both of you for like sharing your different points of view and like your different contexts because I think like I said, like I always say, it's like really valuable information for everything that is watching this podcast. And yeah, with that, we say thank you for tuning in with us. And thank you again, Barry, for joining us in this third episode. And yeah, I don't know if you want to add something, Rhea. You are muted, yeah.
I was muted, y'all. Sorry.
No worries.
If you guys got any value from this, just make sure that you share it with a friend that you think could benefit from it. Be sure to like, drop us a comment, let us know what takeaway you've got from this episode. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, be sure to go ahead and do that and hit the bell notification so you can be notified right away when the next episode is uploaded.
Yes. And lastly, remember to always stay sharp, keep a winning mindset, and remember that with Forex focus, success is just one trade away. See you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.